Hello friends, Kisan is here again and welcome you in this video tutorial. In this video tutorial we are going to talk about the primary key generation algorithm in Hibernate using table, right? Generation type dot table. Generation type dot table gets only rarely used nowadays. It simulates a sequence by storing and updating its current value in a database table, which requires the use of basically pessimistic locks, which puts all transactions into a sequential order. This slows down your application, and you should therefore prefer generation type sequence if your database supports sequences, which most popular database usually supports, right? So how we can use? So here you can see employee id, which we have declared as a primary key, and generation at generated value strategy you can opt as a table. You can use add table generator annotation in similar way as the already explained in add sequence generator annotation to specify the database table which Hibernate shall use to simulate the sequence. So this is the way to use basically. So in previous video tutorial when we had used primary key generation algorithm as auto and sequence, then we had used sequence generator. So instead of sequence generator we will have to add. So here at generated value we will have to specify the attribute generator, and you can use instead of sequence generator you can use at table generator, and name you can specify emp generator which you have assigned to the generated value, and table name you can specify whatever table name you want, and you have also option to specify the sequence name as well, right? So of course this will see through an example, but finally in this slide we have given the summary, right? So as you have seen, JPA offers 4 different ways to generate primary key values, which we have seen in the past few video tutorials. Like auto, Hibernate select generation strategy based on the use dialect. Identity, Hibernate relies on the auto incremented database columns to generate the primary key. Sequence, Hibernate requests the primary key values from the database sequence. And when we talk about the table generation, the primary key generation algorithm, then Hibernate uses a database table to simulate a sequence. You should prefer to use the generation type like sequence because it is very efficient and allows Hibernate to decide when to perform the insert statement. This provides the required flexibility to use other performance optimization techniques like JDBC batching, extra, etc, right? So now what I'll do, here is the Eclipse. Now let's see how we can make use of the primary key generation algorithm, that is the 4th generation algorithm, that is called table, right? And generator here you can specify, and instead of sequence you can have a table generator, right? And that import will happen from the javax dot persistence, right? And attribute almost you will have to, here this attribute might change. Here you can specify the table name, what table name you want to be created. So here table name we want emp id underscore sequence, something like this, right? And that's it, you are done, right? So now what I'll do, so Hibernate CFG, our database we are using test. So this file, how to create this file I had explained in the past video tutorial. If you don't know how to create CFG file, then you can watch my video tutorial. I had shown you how to create the utility class from scratch in past video tutorial. If you don't know how to create the Hibernate utility class, then you can refer my videos. So now here is the client program, and there what I'm trying to basically do, I want to create one record into the database. Just I am saving object state into the database, and I am printing what is the primary key for that inserted record, right? So let's run this. Before running this application, let's go to the database, and here is 2 tables. Let me drop these 2 tables. So I'm going to drop these 2 tables, and everything I want, all tables I want to be created from scratch. So let's run this application and see how table strategy working. So here table strategy, it seems like works like a sequence itself, right? It says sequence emp id underscore sequence is getting created, right? And sequence name they have given something, and next val, right? And here a table is created as per the specified metadata. Now select operation is performed for update on the sequence, and one value is getting inserted in the this emp underscore sequence that will be used for the next insert, and saying that employee is created with id 2. If you go and check, then here employee is getting created with id 2. And let me refresh, and here sequence value you can see 3. So now if I try to run this application, then next primary key would be so here is a 4, and next primary key would be 3, right? So as per the specified attribute, right? What attribute? Initial value we had given the 2, right? And so always is getting added once, and that basically generates the next primary key. So that's the way basically this table primary key generation algorithm works. So I hope you enjoyed learning this video. So in this code I am going to check in on the GitHub, and GitHub location will get in the video description. So I hope you understood how table primary key generation algorithm works in Hibernate. So thanks for watching this video, and see you next video tutorial.